Hello, friends, and welcome to Shakespeare's Coffee Break, the daily show with your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and I'm on my coffee break. Today, it's the final Fräulein Elsa's Hallmark Christmas movie corner, and I do hope you're going to be having a great time with us. Please support our show by supporting the sponsors, the Daily Brew 365-day daily guided journal. You can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, and more. Ren Pops, pop figures of your favorite Renaissance Festival performers. The Renaissance Stream Guide, the TV guide of Renaissance Festival streams. Over 50 live streams and recorded shows happening every week. Check out more by following them at facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. 3d2u.org. They want to create wonderful gifts with you because we are all in this together. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and 3d2u.org. Henderson's Hearth, classic Celtic cooking for today's modern on-the-go schedules. Check them out at hendersonshearth.com. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, machinery movers, erectors, millwrights, located in Middletown, Pennsylvania. No job too large or too small. And Dandy Folk at etsy.com. Masks, venture hoods, scarves, and more accessories, including aprons. Get your Baby Yoda stuff and all of your fun nerd gear. Go to dandyfolk.etsy.com and use my special code DeathByFluffyKittens to save $5 or more. Off of your order of $50. And now, let's start the show. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Shakespeare's Coffee Break. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and I am on my coffee break. Let's have a nice noisy slurp to start things off. Oh, that's so hot. That's so freaking hot. Oh, my God. I made it hotter than I usually do. Oh, my God. But that's just good internet audio. I don't care who you are. Today, it's bittersweet because it is the final Fräulein Elsa's Hallmark Christmas movie corner, and boom, let's just change the overlay right there. There we go. I'm really gonna miss this ridiculous time that we're doing. But please show your love for Fräulein Elsa and your support for the show, and send her a Christmas present if you don't mind. Maybe send her some holiday cheer. Just right there. Go do it. Yeah, go do that. But let's bring Fräulein Elsa in right now because we're going to talk about some Hallmark Christmas freaking movies. Guys, gals, and non-binary gingerbread pals, I give you the Bavarian, who's not a barbarian, but maybe she is. I don't know. Maybe she wears a horned helmet. I really don't know. Fräulein Elsa! Oh my God, Fräulein Elsa, you are here and I am here. We are all here. How are you doing?
I am so glad to see you, Herr Shakespeare. You are making my day. Once again, it has been a glorious holiday season, and I have so enjoyed sitting here every week discussing the joy of holiday movies with you.
Oh, I've enjoyed it as well. I like your backward Charlie Brown Christmas mug. That is fantastic.
Oh, it's actually not backwards, but I am, because I have mirrored myself, which is confusing to you.
because StreamYard, the platform which we're going from, friends who are watching, mirrors it again. So if she's mirrored, it's mirrored again. And so
I actually might be able to change that. One moment here. Hold on. So we can have it correct.
Let it stay backwards and weird. Oh, there it goes. There we have it. Oh, it worked. Oh,
there we go. But guess what? I like it the other way. So
I like the layout better.
Back and forth. But I know which way I move on StreamYard. If I'm not mirrored, I have no idea what direction I'm moving in.
I've gotten so very used to it. So I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at you on my screen. So on my screen, you're on screen right of me. So I'm just going to turn my head to the left here. Oh, hey there. Because if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense that screen right is stage left. So
it most definitely does, except we don't normally, as performers, sit in the audience as we're performing.
No, but we always have to keep that in mind, though. So that's the thing. It's like, how's this look from the audience?
Very much so.
This is reteaching us that. It's grand. But, oh my God, it's the last one for the year. Oh, goodness.
I can make it. I can make it. I think we can do this. Although
All right.
I think maybe we should do a reprise in July because Hallmark's going to bring it back in July.
Oh, yeah. Well,
they do every year.
Hallmark always does it in July, but this year they just started them for good back in April. So they're like, you know what? Let's give them Christmas movies now. Hit the red button. It's an emergency.
It's like what is it in Star Trek with Patrick Stewart? Yes, exactly.
I have no idea.
The self-destruct. No, the self-destruct. He set the self-destruct. So it's never mind.
No, it's not a self-destruct button. In case of emergency, hit this red button.
Don't blame me. Blame this. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. And Fräulein Elsa has started for the day.
Somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. You are correct.
Exactly. And who's to say that I am not in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean right now?
Because I know
you don't know where I am, Herr Shakespeare.
Yes, I do.
Right, I'm back in my very first Christmas corner. I
done.
ran out of Christmas corners, so I figured if we're going to do the show, the final show, I should go take it back to the beginning, bookend the show, and start in the first corner.
Well, I figured I would just a bit more festive, so I am all in my shades of red with a white trim collar. Yeah, and
it is beautiful.
But also, we're gonna add this on. And what are we doing now? What are we doing? Oh yeah!
Oh, ho, ho, Herr Shakespeare.
Indeed. You kiss your mother with that mouth.
I must. Every night. Where do you think I learned it?
Ooh, saucy.
Frau Lydia is the original saucy lady, I will tell you.
Oh, Frau Lydia Mutti. Oh, my goodness gracious. See, just through this show, I feel like I know Frau Lydia so much better. Even though it's just like you just refer to her. It's kind of how people feel with Offscreen Wife. I think it's just like
most definitely. I feel like I know her very personally well,
and it's just only what we're like releasing. That's all. It is. Oh goodness! So, is all of your shopping done?
Not one bit.
Nice, well done.
Well, let's put it this way. There was a very specific thing that I'm searching for Frau Lydia, and I won't say it on the show because she will be watching it very shortly. She does not watch live. Hi, Frau Lydia. She does catch it after the fact because I don't want to over tax our broadband, so I don't let her watch it while we're doing it. Although she's somewhere around the house listening as we are doing this right now. But I have one last thing that I specifically wanted to purchase for her, and it has become a very difficult task to find it.
Are you buying it online?
I decided that I give Amazon enough of my money as it is.
Very good.
That I would rather find it locally if I could. And I did find it locally, and I have it on reserve, and I will pick it up. But it's the one thing that I know that she wanted. And I don't know if she remembers what it is. I hope she doesn't remember what it is since she's probably listening. But
Oh, no. Oh, come on. Oh, I hope it's just you. And not my system here. Oh! There she is. It was on a Fräulein Elsa's side. Oh goodness gracious! And I was just sitting here like a dummy. And that's what's happening. We don't have any sound from Fräulein Elsa yet. She is saying one moment. So she to bring you back up to speed, I'm just going to make up the rest of her story. So Fräulein Elsa was searching for her Muti's perfect Christmas present. She's preferring to shop locally because Amazon gets a little too bit much money. And Amazon, hey, I completely agree with that. You're a bunch of evil bastards. However, if you want to give me money, I accept. So I am nothing if not
for these.
What's that?
If Amazon would like to sponsor.
Oh yeah, Amazon, if you want to sponsor, I will call you the happiest bastards in the world. And not right terrible bastards. No. Oh, goodness gracious. So, Fräulein Elsa, I'm dealing with a similar thing with Offscreen Wife. I ordered her one Christmas present via Amazon, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it will arrive as it says, by next Tuesday. That would be awkward. But I'm also in the process of making her a couple of items. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, just putting a little bit of creativity and artistic daring do to work. And hopefully she will like it. Just in case she is watching this, I'm going to just say a whole bunch of words that will hopefully throw her off the scent. Flibbity gibbet.
Will it whip?
Swallop. I'm kind of a big deal. You know. Bortles. If you know what I mean. It's a blessing.
I most definitely do.
All right. So I'm just saying lots of catchphrases from movies and TV shows that she likes and all that we watch a lot. So goodness gracious. Hopefully she will have either some idea or no idea at all. She's like, I have no idea what's going on. Or maybe she doesn't care enough to watch the show. So I don't know.
Mayhaps. There we go. Everything is back to normal on this end.
So what happened?
I went back to the other camera. I have no idea. Sometimes it worked for the entirety of our Ladies Unlaced episode, our 2-hour episode on Friday. Yeah. Today, I think it's something about you, Herr Shakespeare. My camera decides to just throw something at me, just to make it so that I can improvise and show you how excellent I am at improvisation.
Absolutely. I like it. Well, you're fantastic. For a moment, I thought it was my computer being difficult and crashing again. And I'm like, oh,
and then I would have to speak by myself.
I'm not sure if you heard it. My first thing was, oh, come on.
And
I was acting like I was not on camera. And it was just like, I was on camera. I was still there.
But we just have to go with these glitches. Today, actually, at my alternate...
Glitches get stitches. You hear that, Internet? Glitches get stitches. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Internet. Yeah.
Today at my alternate employment, we had a moment. We're renovating the museum. And it is finally closed to the public. And they closed it a little early because of COVID. But for the next year, we are undergoing this amazing renovation. And there's going to be new dinosaurs and interactive exhibits. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And in the meantime, I'm doing a lot of virtual programming like we are right now. And they decided to disconnect one of the routers, the boosters. So I'm in the middle of teaching 4th graders and my Zoom just stops.
Oh, that's not good.
And it was the last one before I had to run home to you, Herr Shakespeare. And I was like, this is not the time for this to happen.
This is not the time. No, dear sweet baby Yoda. No, it is not. Oh, goodness.
That's all right.
Yes.
I am here now, and we are ready to discuss some Hallmark movies.
We are ready to discuss some Hallmark movies. Let's do this thing. So, Fräulein Elsa,
yes.
What have you thought of this weekend's most recent offerings?
So, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch the one that I really wanted to, which was the Hanukkah one. Did you see that one?
I did not, actually. I had a rehearsal for there's my camera being stupid. Oh, there, we're back.
Okay.
Oh, sweet baby Yoda.
You're still there. You're working. You're fine.
Good. So I was in a rehearsal, dress rehearsal for a murder mystery with with 2 other chaste treasures.
Yes.
Lady Rosaline and Contessa Catalina. And so I was not able to watch the Hallmark Hanukkah movie starring Ben Savage.
I was going to say, I was watching your dress rehearsal at the same time. It was quite lovely.
Yes, and then the next day, on Sunday, I forget what our reason was that we weren't able to watch it. Something happened. We were doing something.
Well, you had told me this Hallmark movie hack, which was if I don't see it on Saturday, that I can watch it on Sunday at 6:00.
Yes.
So that hack did not work this Sunday.
Because it was on at 4. That's right. It was on at 4:00 on Sunday. They moved it. They moved everything around just to mess with me. That's what they did.
It was very frustrating because I was at my alternate employment, working the last full day that the museum was open, and I rushed home to be home by 6:00 to watch the Hallmark Hanukkah movie, and it was not on.
Goodness. I'm so very
extremely
sorry.
disappointing.
Yeah, it was a 4 o'clock feature on Sunday, and I apologize for that because ordinarily that information has been very good, but then they switch it up on us last second. Ugh, how very inconsiderate of them.
But I did watch the new, is it Tia or Tamara Mowry? I always get the twins mixed up. Tamara Mowry offering that they had this year. I did enjoy the fact that she was playing a scientist. She was playing an astronomer. Did you see it, Herr Shakespeare?
No. I am planning on watching it late this afternoon, actually. So that is that's what we are doing.
It wasn't my favorite Hallmark offering, but there were many things that I did enjoy about it. I enjoyed that she was playing an astronomer, an actual scientist. I thought her depiction of a scientist was very accurate, since I work at a museum with real scientists. I love them all. But they sometimes have difficulty expressing themselves to the greater public. That's why we in the education department exist, because we're kind of like the translators between the science and the normal people.
That's why at SUNY Stony Brook, down in Long Island, there is the Alder Center for Science Communication.
I didn't even know about that, and I love Alder, so tell me more.
Alan Alder and a team of improvers work with doctors and scientists, the people who most need to be able to explain concepts to the general public, and usually invariably fail at that, and tell you how to work on everything from bedside manner to how to make it be a more personal story, to just make it turn it into a series of jokes and get people laughing, and thus they can connect. Yes, well done. And it is a place that I would very much like to go work. And so Alan Alder, old friend, buddy, pal, if you are watching, give your friend Shakespeare a call. Yeah.
Or Fräulein Elsa. I would be very glad to come up there as well. First thing, I love Alan Alder.
If you only have to pick one of us,
pick Shakespeare, because he's closer.
Go with me. She's already a scientist. Fräulein Elsa already works with dinosaurs. Do I work with dinosaurs? No.
Do you have dinosaur fossils that you got last week, though?
Yes.
So that was one of the things I loved about this movie, though, was watching her, because she goes back in time. It's one of these Hallmark wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey episodes. She gets on a magical merry-go-round, which means a lot to me. I love merry-go-rounds. If I ever find the right gentleman to become Herr Elsa, I want him to propose to me on a merry-go-round. So she gets on a merry-go-round, and it spins around, and then it takes her back in time to visit her.
Twice upon a Christmas. That's right.
Yes.
Well, Christmas comes
twice. Christmas comes twice. And she returns to a time with her mentor, her scientific mentor, who was her high school science professor, and this is before her scientific mentor has passed away. So one of the things that she regrets in the present is that she didn't spend enough time with her teacher, which also strikes a lovely chord, because I have a soft spot in my heart for teachers. So she returns into the past and meets her scientific rival from high school, and he is now the high school science teacher, and he runs the science club. And he's talking to a bunch of students about what it would be like to have a snowball fight on Mars. And she's standing in the corner. And of course, she gets very disturbed because his information isn't 100%, I don't want to say accurate, but it's not as detailed as she would like it to be. Mm-hmm. And she gets very upset. And he's like, would you like to come and address the students? And he invites her up, which is something I do whenever somebody starts getting uppity, especially a student. I'd be like, would you like to teach the class? And she comes up and she says, well, this, and this. And all the students immediately, their eyes glaze over and they have no idea what she is talking about. Aww. And that moment is really, truly what it is, because she is brilliant. She has this knowledge about astronomy that probably does surpass her high school rivals, but she doesn't know how to express it. And I thought that was a really accurate depiction of the relationship between educators and scientists. And something that we can work on is creating this communication. Oh, Janine Rinker, One of my classes used Upgoer 5 to teach biology students to use more common language to explain scientific concepts. The book is really fun, called Thing Explainer. I would love to read that. I'll have to check that out. Yes, I love science, but I am not a scientist, Herr Shakespeare, despite what you said. Science is a passion. It is a side passion, obviously. But I really do enjoy interpreting it for small people.
You're the most sciencer that I get to talk to on a regular basis. Another one, I'm hoping to have him on the show in January, is Dr. Nathan McDonald, not a real doctor. I like to call him Dr.
Not a medical doctor.
No. I like to call him Dr. McDonald because everybody he works with has PhDs and he does not. So I'm like, but he comes across as A, smarter than them. I'm not sure if that's actually demonstrably true, but he comes across that way. And then B, he has a certain facility of language that allows him to explain it beautifully. And he ends up coming across like a stringy, pale, white guy version of Neil deGrasse Tyson. And I love him.
Did you say Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Oh, yeah. My personal friend. I've declared that we are personal friends. And
in the same way that I have declared that Gritty is my boyfriend.
Did Gritty adjust your bow tie?
Oh. Well, I don't have a bow tie for Gritty to adjust, but he can adjust my corset anytime.
If I had it loaded already, I would bring it up. But instead, I'm just going to come over here.
Reenactment? Oh.
I'm going to grab this. We're going to reenact. Yeah, that's right. Because I just have a Neil deGrasse Tyson lying around.
Well, you could be Neil deGrasse Tyson, and you could use one of your very many figures in the background.
That's true. I could do that, but I won't. Although that would have been funnier. All right, no. So I'm gonna give myself the solo for just a moment.
Oh, but you're frozen again. There you are. Closer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yes. There you go.
Where did that happen, Herr Shakespeare?
That was at Hamilton College. All right. Hamilton College in upstate New York near Utica. He was giving a talk, and I was privileged enough to be able to go see it. Tickets were free. Almost all of the speaking events are free, though. Not just to the student population, but the general public. So it's pretty wonderful. And I feel like I'm losing Fräulein Elsa's sound. Oh, we lost Fräulein Elsa again. All right. It just keeps happening to her. So, but to answer Fräulein Elsa's questions, it was at Hamilton College a few years back. And he was giving a talk, and then afterward, I said, I want to go meet him. Now I see that there's a line queuing up, and my boss said, "Oh, good luck. They're probably going to cut it off." And I said, "No, I'm going to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson." And so I stood in line, and apparently you had to be on a certain waiting list. And so they come up to me, and I never lied. They said, "What's your name?" And I tell them my name, and I said, "I don't see him. You're on the list." I said, "Oh," I said, "But I might not have the most recent version of the list right here." And so it's like, oh, all right. And so the line goes further and further and further and further. And then I get up to the front where they're checking you in. And, "Hi, what's your name?" And I give my name. "Oh, I don't have you here." And so I decide to fudge it and say, "Do you have my boss's name down?" "No, we do not have your boss's name down." "Oh, no." And then I see someone working there who I happen to know. She was the head of marketing and PR. And I said, "Oh, there is the head of marketing and PR." And she sees me. She goes, "Oh, hey, you here to see Neil?" "Yeah." "Oh, fantastic. Come on in." And that is how that happened. I just kind of bluffed my way in. Not even so much bluffing. I just made people. It was a situation of you would be forced to tell me to leave the line. And people get a little awkward and feel bad when they have to do that. I'm just saying, no, you're going to have to leave. And so that's how I made that work. And now as I finish the story, you're already done and set up.
I am already back. Thank you.
Well
it didn't
done.
Take that long. So actually that brings up another Hallmark movie that I saw this weekend.
Oh, another Hallmark movie featuring Neil deGrasse Tyson?
9, but featuring people who get bluffed really easily.
Let's talk about it.
Well, of course, I don't remember the name of the film. But it was from 2017, so it was only 3 years old. And oddly enough, it seemed extremely dated. It starred Brooke Burns and Henry Winkler.
Oh, yes.
Amazing. I was like, Henry Winkler, that's Fonzie. Fonzie is in the Hallmark movie. It took place in... Oh, where was it? He was the main character was trying to get to Denver and he couldn't get there. And he was this restaurateur that was about to open up a new restaurant in Denver with his ex-lover, his ex-girlfriend. And he meets Henry Winkler on an airplane. And Henry Winkler is a former New York City police officer who doesn't enjoy flying. And basically, he's trying to figure out which is his flight. And it has been delayed. And this guy overhears him in the airport. And he says, trust me, I can get us into that line because there's a long line. I can get us into that line if you're willing to let me do something. He goes, are you going to lie? And he goes, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to fudge the truth a little bit. Trust me, go with it. It's a little dishonest, but go with it. So he basically convinces the aircraft staff that his uncle, Henry Winkler, was almost run over by a luggage handler and that he is a lawyer and he could take them to court or they could check him into the plane early. And he bumps them up to first class. And so you can see that this man is very good at making things awkward for people who do not enjoy things being awkward.
Yes,
and fudging his way into things like you did with Neil deGrasse Tyson. So there's a connection right there.
It's one of only a few times I have... used the awkwardness for my advantage for anything other than just comedy, because I love using awkwardness for comedy, but very rarely for personal material gain.
But it was for Neil deGrasse Tyson, so I think you can be forgiven with that one.
And I've seen it, and I've seen him speak a couple of times since. Always a delight, always a slightly different topic, and just wonderful, and I love it. So John Karnofsky had a wonderful idea that I think you and I should get into.
Yes.
We could offer this as extra content, or we can do it, start doing it in the new year, and then have it ready all to go for some time for the possibly the Christmas in July season, or at least the Christmas season next year. They are not big fans. He and his wife. John K. They're not big fans of Hallmark movies per se, but they're big MST3K and Riff Tracks fans. They would be totally down for some Shakespeare / Elsa riffed Hallmark movies. So,
I would be totally down for that.
All right, new project that was just declared right here. We figured it out. We solved it. Good night, everybody.
We have now created the next. We do need to get Balsam Hill to support that one.
Oh yeah, I
have to get sponsorship from Balsam Hill.
Oh yeah, and I am totally down. By the way, for I'm totally down to do sponsors for terrible companies. You want me to do a sponsorship for Hobby Lobby? I will, even though I feel that they are run by despicable people. I'll take your money. It still spends.
Speaking of Hobby Lobby,
yes.
Have you seen their new series of Christmas commercials?
No, I have not actually.
So they always do these really heart-wrenching Christmas ads, and I detest Hobby Lobby. I absolutely detest Hobby Lobby. But I often do love the commercial work. And this year, they have this commercial with a young woman and a young man that live in a set of row homes, I suppose.
I've seen this one.
Yes. And they both receive Christmas ornaments.
Yes.
And they assume that it's from each other. But it's really an old couple in a house that's making these ornaments, right?
Who's trying to put them together.
Exactly. But I want to know why it is that female character assumes that it is male character, number one, that has handmade her a Christmas ornament, although Herr Shakespeare is very crafty himself. But like, what is the reason that she just automatically believes it's this man? Like sees her walking away, but
because she picks it up, she looks at it, and then he happens to be there. It's all in the timing. It's all in the timing.
But how did the old couple know that was going to happen? Like,
because
how did they know time it out?
They know what time. They've been watching them because they're stalkers, see? And it's a whole rear window thing going on here. And they're watching every day and like, all right, she gets home here, and he usually gets home about a minute or two later. Let's delay her just enough so that when she sees the ornament, she also sees him. And that's how they did it. Also, television.
This is my skeptical face.
All right.
Just so you know, this is very suspicious. Mayhaps they have been staring out the window, watching this young couple or non-couple, and watching them glance at each other longingly from across the distance. Is that what you're saying? And they anticipate that they will once again glance at each other?
Or even just that. Oh, you know what? Francine across the street. She's single, I think. Yes, I think she is, Murray. Oh, well, you know what? So is Ryan. And being that it's Hobby Lobby, we are going to and they seem to be just completely pasty caucasoid. And we are pasty caucasoids as well. Let's pair them all together. Murray, I think you're onto something here. Thank you very much, Bernice. Is it tea time yet? You know what?
What was the name of the young gentleman that you just created there?
I honestly can't think back that far.
But Jeffrey, we're going to say Jeffrey. Meanwhile, Jeffrey comes over to Elisa's house, and we find out that Jeffrey indeed is very good at making Christmas ornaments, because Jeffrey is not interested in Elise, but Elise's brother.
Now you're being stereotypical here. You're making flaming stereotypes. I say flaming stereotypes.
All right, I do apologize.
Stereotypes right there.
I apologize to our homosexual, bisexual, pansexual, all the sexual fans for my stereotyping. I do apologize.
But also as a heteronormative person over here, hi, how you doing? I'm offended by that because I'm very freaking crafty.
Yes, you are. You are very freaking crafty, and you are making a freaking craft for Offscreen Wife. So I am very appreciative of that.
Some of it I'm doing on my computer, and some of it I'm doing by hand. So
actually, I would very much appreciate if a gentleman took the time and energy to do something like that. It would mean the world to me.
Well, it goes back to when we were we were younger, because everybody has a younger face. But when we were quite broke and could not afford to buy Christmas presents for each other, and so we made. And goes back quite a while. And every so often, we just you know what, let's make something. It's a little bit more heartfelt, either for each other or for friends and family.
Actually, one of my favorite gifts was from a friend of mine who he made me a Christmas ornament when I was doing a show in Arizona. And he actually took my picture in the show that was taken by the photographer for the theater. And he put it on a little star. And he's like, "You are my star." And
that's adorable.
One of the most wonderful things that I have ever received. So I actually much do prefer handmade gifts. I won't say prefer, but I prefer thoughtful gifts. And if it happens to be handmade or purchased, as long as there's thought behind it, that's what matters.
It matches the person, that's the thing. But speaking of handmade gifts, I'm going to have to pause it real quick and pay some bills. So, Fräulein Elsa, stick about, keep getting drunk over there. That's fantastic.
At this point, it's very little coffee and a lot of Irish cream liquor.
You know what? You're making nothing but good decisions right now.
It's a very happy Hallmark Christmas movie.
There you have it. They've started bringing drinking into it a little bit more often. No one's getting drunk, but people are imbibing.
Most definitely. And I will look up the name of that Henry Winkler, Brooke Burns movie while we are on commercial break.
All right. Well, I'm going to pay some bills here because, friends, Shakespeare's coffee break Basically, Fräulein Elsa's Hallmark Christmas Corner are brought to you by some wonderful sponsors. Support the show by supporting our sponsors, such as Hill Storage and Rigging Company. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, located in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing your equipment is in skilled and experienced hands, with services from the machine movers and erectors. Established in 1967, Hill Storage and Rigging Company is a family-owned and operated full-service millwright serving industries in the Mid-Atlantic states and beyond. They are a woman-owned small business with hours of operation of Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and weekends by appointment only. Call them at 717-944-7676 and visit them at hillrigging.com. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, no job too large or too small. And Ren Pops! Oh my goodness gracious! Get pop figures of some of your favorite Renaissance Festival performers, including Paolo Garbanzo and Brune and the Acrobatrix and the Washing Well Wenches and Music the Gathering and Lynx Kim the Sword Swallow and Aaron Bunk and Lady Victoria, the hammer dulcimer player, and me! Yes, get your Ren Pops. Prices start at $10. You go to renpops.com and visit them on Instagram at omg.renpops. Renpops! Go do the thing. Have a mini-me sitting on your shelf. It's like Elf on a shelf, but it's Shakespeare on a pier? Shakespeare on... I don't know. Shake on a rake? Shake in the lake. It's like the Untitled Goose Game. Henderson's Hearth, classic Celtic cooking for today's modern on-the-go schedule. Henderson's Hearth is wonderful. This is their second month being sponsor with us. It all began in 2012 when Amy had the idea to bring back traditional Celtic recipes that have begun to be lost in today's quick meal culture. Now, inspired by Celtic heritage, but made for your busy schedule and your family to bring a little old-fashioned comfort food back into our lives. She opened her first shop at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival the following year, and her business was born. Since then, she's traveled the region, sharing her passion for these recipes with others that embrace their heritage, or you want to recapture an experience that you had on a vacation. Now, she strives to provide healthy, easy, and delicious products steeped in Scottish heritage. Her ingredients are either grown by her or acquired locally in the Louisiana region to ensure quality. Each product is made in small batches to ensure that your mix will exceed your expectations. Shop at hendersonshearth.com and follow them on Instagram at Henderson's Hearth. Tell them that Shakespeare sent you. The Daily Brew Journal, a 365-day guided journal. Now, have you ever started to write in a journal, but you didn't really know where to go with it, what to write? I know I have. And, I'm having some camera issues here. This is fun. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, have you ever started to write in your journal, but you didn't quite know what to write about? And have you ever wanted to keep a journal, but didn't know how to start? Well, the Daily Brew Journal might be just the thing for you. The authors have painstakingly created a 365-day template for writing about your thoughts and feelings, as well as a nice mix of active hands-on exercises to keep it interesting, to help you to avoid journal fatigue. So find a comfy chair, grab your favorite hot beverage, a good pen, and start journaling. Studies have shown that regular journaling can lead to increased creativity, better emotional and mental health, impulse control, and more. And you can buy it online at Target, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Books, and every purchase goes to help a college student in need. The authors are all clinical mental health counselors who see college students, and whenever you buy a book, they're able to then have the money to give their clients a book to start working on it. So start your journaling today. The show is also brought to you by 3d2u.org. 3d2u.org wants to make wonderful products together because we are all in this together. They want to help you create the perfect gift. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram and 3d2u.org. And the Renaissance Stream Guide. The Renaissance Stream Guide is the TV guide of your Renaissance Festival world. There are over 50 live streams and pre-recorded stuff happening every week. Everything from talk shows like this, to demonstrations, to magic shows, to music, to full-on freaking concerts, to live theater, yoga, breakfast with cats, everything you can imagine, and more. So check them out. Go follow them. Give them a like on Facebook at facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. Yes, you don't want to be left out. You're going to see what your old favorites are up to and discover some new favorites along the way. And the show is brought to you by Dandy Folk. Dandy Folk, bits and bobbles for the shop and snazzy. They have you covered because they make venture hoods and scarves and masks and more. Are you into the Doctor, the Federation, wizards, hobbits? Are you into the Force? They have everything that you are looking for. And you can save $50. I mean, sorry, goodness gracious. You can save $5 off of your order of $50 or more by using my special code, DeathByFluffyKittens, right there. So shop at dandyfolk.etsy.com today. Tell them Shakespeare sent you and use my code. And basically, that is all the ads for right now. Friends, if you are interested in sponsoring Shakespeare's Coffee Break in the new year, just know that we're going to be actually moving the show to Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays only, 10:35 in the morning, starting on Monday, January 11th. We're going to be taking the next 2 weeks off. So the week, 3 weeks, I suppose. Yes, going to be taking the week of Christmas off, the week between Christmas and New Year's, and then also the very first week of January. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a vacay with Offscreen Wife. And by vacay, I mean we're going to sit around our house and be really cool. Yeah. So in 2021, it's going to be 10:35 a.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So join us. And then also email me, Shakespeare at shakespeareapproves.com if you are interested in becoming a sponsor of the show. And also, please go give the show a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Go give me a like on Facebook at facebook.com/ShakespeareApproves. On Twitter, I'm at ShakesApproves. On Instagram, Shakespeare.approves. And on YouTube, Shakespeare Approves. Go click, like, subscribe, smash that bell, do whatever you gotta do. Do the things. And now let's get back into the show with Fräulein Elsa on the Hallmark Christmas movie corner. Oh my god.
The crowd goes wild. All of the crowd.
Oh my goodness.
So I looked up that film. First thing, before I even go to that, I have to say, I envision you and Offscreen Wife on your 2-week holiday, sitting in your home in the chilly area that you live in, with all the snow surrounding you and hot cocoa and mugs.
There's going to be a freaking snowstorm tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to it. We're all going to get smacked. Boom.
Well, we were supposed to get smacked. Now it's like we're going to get a little tiny tap.
Oh really? That's it?
We'll see. They're saying originally it was over a foot that they were supposed to receive. Now they're saying 5 to 8 inches.
Oh, 5 to 8 inches is a little bit more than a tap. Even in places like Rochester, New York, or Syracuse or Buffalo, where, you know, that's not uncommon, it still shuts things down for a hot minute.
True. And it also says a wintry mix now. So
wintry mix.
Snow, rain. It will actually be disgusting. I would rather have it be just actual snow. But the snow, rain, sleet mix is not exciting.
Yeah.
Well, get smacked in Connecticut. That's right.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So
Smacked
I looked
in
up
Connecticut. That sounds like not a Hallmark Christmas movie, but a Lifetime movie.
Smacked at Christmas in Connecticut. There you go. It's a combined film there.
A Christmas Smackdown. That's the WWE version.
Have you ever seen Christmas in Connecticut?
Christmas in probably.
It's a classic. It's is it Fred Astaire? It's one of those like 1950s films. It's beautiful. All time.
I can't say that I have. No.
Okay, so to go back to the Henry Winkler for a moment, the Henry Winkler film was called The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, not to be confused with the song. And the gentleman in it is cast. That's not him. Is that him? His name is Warren Christie, but he does not look like his IMDb picture at all.
So many people don't, though. That's fine.
100%. And then there was one other thing that I had looked up for you. I've lost it. Take me off the screen.
All right. Fräulein Elsa is off the screen. Well, we're sharing it now. But
I can share. Oh, there we go. Yes. I just couldn't figure out which window on my iPhone I was looking at. I was like, where is it?
I love it. So real quick, Dan Wenzel has a brilliant idea to continue the concept for next year's riff track type things that John Karnofsky wants us to do. And he says, would the riffing of Christmas movies be called Grinch Tracks? I think it is now.
I think that's a great name for our new show.
I think and here's how I think it would work. It wouldn't be Patreon content. No. We would make it just like a $2 download or something like that. Yeah. Go download it, and every so often we'll have like the beep of like line it up with the movie. We'll do it properly.
You know, there is a YouTube channel that is therapists evaluating films. I think that Offscreen Wife would really enjoy it. It's based out of Utah, and these two gentlemen, one who was a filmmaker from Utah who had relocated to Los Angeles and then during Corona time moved back to Utah with his family, and his like best buddy who is a family therapist. And they riff on a bunch of Pixar films. In and Out is the most amazing one because they both sit there, these two very straight gentlemen, Caucasoid gentlemen, and they both start crying because they can't handle it. They're just like, it's so sweet. It's amazing.
I love it. If you find it,
I love seeing men cry.
I most definitely. So I love the idea of us just doing audio commentary for various Hallmark Christmas movies. I think that is fantastic, and we're never going to run out of material.
Because there's going to be 40 new ones in the new year.
Oh my god, yeah. So like we can do everything from like even just this year because I believe it was 14 new ones for this year. And oh my god. So we can do that and just have a great time. That's a decent amount of work. I mean, even if we only do 20 episodes.
But we most definitely will have to do the wreath film. We're gonna have to bring the wreath film in.
All right. Yeah, and we can do Rodeo and Juliet. I mean, I think that one would work. Or Check In to Christmas. I think that would be an awesome one to do. Yep. I know that one actually follows a Romeo. Because Check In to Christmas follows a Romeo and Juliet theme. There's two feuding families. Her family begins with a C. I'm sorry. Yes, her family begins with a C. His family begins with an M. I mean, there's so many random Romeo and Juliet parallels that are definitely intentional, and I love it.
Well, Hallmark loves to do that. They first thing they love their Jane Austen.
Yeah.
They just absolutely adore their Jane Austen. And so any reproduction of Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Elma, it does not matter. They will find a way to turn that into a Hallmark Christmas movie.
So there's one that I enjoy, but they call it Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe, and it's Lacey Chabert, and it's from last year or the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And all it has in common with Pride and Prejudice is that someone's name is Darcy.
Her name is, yes.
Her name is Darcy. And then there's Pemberley, which is Darcy's home, but in this case, it's the Pemberley League. And it's like, that is it. All crossover with Pride and Prejudice, there ends. Whereas this year's Christmas at Pemberley Manor was it this year's? I think it was this year's.
It was last year's. Actually, they were both last year.
Oh, all right. Christmas at Pemberley Manor followed Pride and Prejudice pretty freaking close.
I think it's interesting that Hallmark greenlit 2 movies last year that both had the same original Jane Austen inspiration.
Well, in the case of Christmas, Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe, it's like, all right, we're going to take the name Pride and Prejudice, but it's going to have nothing to do with it whatsoever. And then this one, which is Pride and Prejudice, like a casual observer could be like, this feels really like Pride and Prejudice. We'll be like, oh, wait, is her name Elizabeth Bennet? Is his name William Darcy? Huh. I mean, and then, the house is Pemberley? Wait, what? That one is called Christmas at Pemberley Manor, which means it sounds like, name that one! Name that one! Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe. It's just like, Netflix. Hallmark Channel, get your act together. Seriously.
And make Christmas, She Wrote a murder.
Or even just a mystery. Just make it a mystery. Oh my God. I mean, it's just like, what's the mystery? Like, let's find out who you really are. Oh my gosh. Old Man Willikers, owner of Old Man Willikers Creepy Amusement Park. How did you get over here? Well, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for Angela Lansbury and your creepy dog.
and Danica McKellar. You know, put Danica McKellar and Angela Lansbury in the movie together.
Yeah. Dan Wansel says Rodeo and Juliet was painfully cheesy. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. For more on Rodeo and Juliet, you have to watch this Friday's episode of Shakespeare Reviews. Me and Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard, over on Life's a Fair. That is one of the movies, because it's our big year-end Christmas spectacular. That is one of the movies we're talking about. We talk about several on that one. And I made him watch 2 Hallmark Christmas movies for it, because there's surprisingly few Christmas movies that have a Shakespearean theme. And if you want to do it, you kind of got to go to Hallmark most of the time.
Exactly. Actually, there is a Romeo and Juliet contemporary retelling that you should watch. It is not Christmas themed, but it is horribly awful ABC Family. So that tells you when it was written. And it's called Pizza My Heart. They are rival pizzerias.
Oh, I've seen this. Yes. Oh my God. It's terrible.
I used to teach a program for children, a camp called The Natural History of Pizza. And I used to force my preteens to watch this movie. And they always got to the end because it's very Hallmarky. ABC Family grows up into Hallmark, and there's only one kiss, and it's at the very end. And they'd kiss, and you'd see the 9-year-olds go, yeah! It was amazing.
Love it. Speaking of ABC Family, which became Freeform, which is whatever it is
25 Days of Christmas song. Yeah.
Yes. One of my favorite Christmas movies is on that channel, and so you can watch it anytime you want on Disney Plus, and that is the 12 Dates of Christmas. Mark Paul Gosselaar and Amy Smart. It is adorable. She has to keep reliving Christmas Eve again and again and again. And
so it's Groundhog Day, but Christmas.
It's Groundhog Day, but Christmas. And they go through the 12, and they keep fitting in really cute 12 Days of Christmas motifs. So the first one, there's a partridge and a pear tree. And you find, and just showing you how they do 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 4 calling birds, 5 gold rings. It's 6 geese laying, 7 swans are swimming, 8 maids milking, 9 ladies dancing, 10 lords leaving, 11 drummers drumming. 11 pipers piping and 12 drummers drumming. How they do it all is really, really cute. And it's never focused on what the day is. It's watching her mature and change as a character and go through her personal character development while everyone else resets every time.
The 12 Dates of Christmas.
12 Dates of Christmas.
I'll have to catch that.
Oh, it's nearly a decade old, and it's just delightful. Oh my God!
Actually, on that theme, last year Hallmark did a lot of similar. Well, of course, everybody will say they will always be similar, but similar themed movies last year, and they did 2 based on the 12 Days of Christmas. Yeah. There was one that had to do with like some ornament that was 2 turtle doves, and the girl went home to her great aunt's home, and her great aunt had died, and she had to put all the ornaments up in the tradition that they had together. Yeah. And then there was another one where somebody was sending all of the gifts that are mentioned in the 12 Days of Christmas.
I saw that as
a Secret Santa type gift to this person, or a secret admirer. It's like both of those, I enjoyed them quite considerably. I can't remember the titles, but look up Hallmark 12 Days of Christmas stuff and you'll find it.
So I have to recommend that one. And to answer Dan Wenzel's thing here, he says, 12th Night is technically a Christmas show, right? I've never seen it with Christmas theme. 12th Night is so named because Queen Elizabeth I, God save the Queen, God rest her soul, etc. She demanded a Christmas play. She said, I want a 12th Night. She wanted a new play by Shakespeare to happen on 12th Night. And so Feast of the Epiphany to you and me, January 6th. And that is the 12th day of Christmas. So the first day of Christmas, by the way, is December 26th, everyone. Boxing Day. Boxing Day is the first day of Christmas. So you actually get 14 days of Christmas if you really want to. If you want to really be pedantic about it. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then the first day of Christmas. Because first day of Christmas and then January 6th is the 12th day. So there you go. You're welcome. Now, 12th night has nothing to do with Christmas at all. And so he's never seen it with a Christmas theme because it's not there. Now, you could make a Christmas theme because you can kind of do anything with Shakespeare. I would love to see someone make a 12th night that has a Christmas theme. Dan Wenzel.
Hallmark, are you listening?
Dan, Hallmark, do it. Dan Wenzel, you're a brilliant writer, sir. I nominate you for the job. I would also like to do it. Take a crack at it myself. But Fräulein, we are at 55 minutes here. We're near the end of the show. Any final thoughts that you have and you want to give out?
Well, before I give final thoughts, I just want to put in some recommendations for this weekend for the upcoming shows. Yes, I'm very excited by Swept Up by Christmas, which stars Lindy Booth of The Librarians. I much enjoy her, so I'm very excited to see how that film turns out. And then also A Christmas Carousel. So continuing with Hallmark repeating itself every couple of episodes. They are doing one with Rachel Boston and Neil Bledsoe, A Broken Merry-Go-Round, Royalty. I have no idea what that means. When Lila, played by Boston, is hired by the royal family of Ancadia, mythical European country, to repair a carousel. She's a carousel repair woman. She must work with the prince to complete it by Christmas. As I said, I do enjoy a merry-go-round, and so this is going to be the second Christmas movie on Hallmark with a merry-go-round. I'm very excited about that.
Love it.
But as final words, friends, thank you for watching this craziness with me and Herr Shakespeare for the past, 6 weeks that we have been doing it? It doesn't feel like 6 weeks.
No, not at all.
And I'm sad to see it come to a close, but I think both Herr Shakespeare and I really want to enjoy our week of Christmas. And we hope that you enjoy your week of Christmas. And 14 days, if you so celebrate in that fashion, or rather 12 days, but if you include Christmas. My holiday in my family is both German and of Ukrainian descent. So we actually celebrate Ukrainian Christmas on January 6th.
Yeah, so Feast of the Epiphany and Ukrainian, Russian, Serbian Christmas all the same day, yeah.
Exactly. So we drag out the Christmas season as long as humanly possible in our house because as the wonderful writer Charles Dickens said, I shall keep Christmas in my heart all year long. I want all of our fans to keep the spirit of Christmas, especially right now during this crazy time, Corona apocalypse. Just remember that joy and keep it with you and make sure you wash your hands because we want to see you in July when we bring back our Christmas corner for the Hallmark Christmas in July series.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we're going to do that. And I really love the combined idea of John Konofsky and Dan Wenzel. So I suppose we're going to have to owe you royalties or something for Grinch Tracks. I think we should definitely make this. I think it sounds fantastic. If we wrote 4 episodes, even to happen during Christmas in July to release it then, I think that would be fun.
And maybe start an actual podcast in the winter of next year.
No, yeah,
I see a great future for this.
We can definitely do this. But let me wrap things up and then I'm going to end it properly. So friends, tonight, Nat 21 Adventures, your Dungeons & Dragons show featuring actors from the Renaissance Festival world. We are on our penultimate episode for 2020. So tonight at facebook.com/nat21adventures and twitch.tv/nat21adventures, because when a natural 20 just won't do, you need a nat 21. Join us over there. And also, while you're joining us, make sure you get your Krampus mugs, your Krampus cups from Lady Elsa, Paolo Garbonzo's esteemed and lovely wife. These are wonderful. It says Krampus is coming. It features a really fun and neat looking Krampus there. So, there we go. So yes, make sure you check that out and get that at nat21adventures.com. Tomorrow, a very important day, we are doing the Hamlet Christmas Special. The Hamlet Christmas Special is the final social distancing players theatre project for 2020. I think it is our 9th or 10th. It's a project I started at the beginning of the Corona apocalypse to help keep my fellow Renaissance Festival performers semi-quasi gainfully employed, and also to keep myself from getting bored and from starting to do drugs and to keep myself off the streets. Why did I say that? That's a weird thing to say. Why would I say that? But because it's me. But I wondered, how can I adequately translate my shows to this medium? And this is one way of doing it, of rewriting them and putting casts into them. And Hamlet Christmas Special has always been one of my favorite Renaissance Festival shows, and please join us for it tomorrow night. Now, there is an Indiegogo campaign that you can contribute to help support the professional actors in the show. So go to the Indiegogo campaign for that. That's igg.me/@/Hamlet Xmas Special. I'm putting that into the comments right now. It's also in the show notes. So please click on that to help support the actors. There are several roles in the show still available, because for $50 you can get a part in the show, so you're both supporting the professional actors and acting with us on stage, so to speak. For $30 you can get a signed copy of the script signed by me, and for $10 you can join us for the cast party after the show on Zoom. So please contribute, help make this a very merry holiday for the 4 professional actors and myself involved in the show. That's tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Please share the event far and wide. Join us. It's going to be on my Facebook and YouTube pages tomorrow night. And Thursday morning at 10:35 a.m. Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. It is my new series where you, the audience, and me, your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, create something special together. We create a sonnet, wholly original. We've done it twice. This will be the third and final one for the year, and then starting it up again after the first week of January. So that's going to be every Thursday, 10:35 a.m. Tomorrow is the last one for the year, but then we'll be back the week of January 11th. Let's create something wonderful together. Let's make some art. And then Shakespeare Reviews, Fridays. This Friday is the holiday special. Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard, over at Life's Affair, and I are talking about some of our favorite Christmas movies, and also a favorite Hanukkah Christmas movie. Go check us out. That's this Friday. Show goes live around 9:30 in the morning on Life's Affairs Facebook and YouTube pages, and then at 3:05 in the afternoon on my Facebook page, Shakespeare Approves, we'll be doing a watch party. Join us for that. It's going to be a great time. This Friday is also the final Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion for the year, because next Friday is Christmas and we're not doing it. Bugger off. And then the Friday after that is New Year's Day, and I'm being off. And also I'm going to be hosting Chase Treasure's Year in Review. By the way, 2020 sucked. That's your year in review right there.
Yes, but our show did not. So come see it. So join me on Friday. And then, of course, tomorrow on Shakespeare's Coffee Break, we're going to have the amazing and talented Steve Anderson. He is going to be giving us a history of A Christmas Carol and a history of modern Christmas. So you're going to want to join us for that. It's going to be a great time. This Friday night at 7:05 p.m., we're going to be doing a reading of A Christmas Carol. It is a combined effort between the Zenith players and me. We're going to be doing a fundraiser to support the Liberty Housing Development Corporation, which provides affordable housing for the handy-capable and for the elderly. So join us for that 7:05 p.m. this Friday night. A Murder at Cloudhaven. It's a murder mystery I'm doing with Paolo Bonzo, Roger Alston of the Lords of Adventure, Lady Rosaline and Contessa Catalina from Chase Treasure, and 2 more Lords of Adventure, Randy Smooth and not Nick Nice, whatever the other one is. Whoever Josh Arnold is in the Lords of Adventure. Join us for that. It's going to be a really good time. And Paolo Bonzo this Saturday night. And if you're not going to join us for that Saturday night, please check out Digital Renfair's Christmas special, Santa-geddon. I'm going to be in both this Saturday night. I can personally attest for Murder at Cloudhaven is absolutely wonderful. I got to attend the dress rehearsal. It is a joyous time. Make sure you attend.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Fräulein Elsa. And John Karnofsky said the link to Indiegogo isn't working right. So real quick, before I do it, igg.me. Let me just find it real quick on my computer before I move on.
Yes, I went to it and it was not working either. I think it's because you have igg.met in the
Oh, then let's just do this. I'm just going to copy the hard link right here. And here's what we're gonna do. Go to that. There you go. That now right here is a new link to go use for Hamlet Christmas special. There you go, friends.
I'm just vamping to the camera while you have me in the center.
Oh, thank you. And oh yeah, I did say Matt, not me. Yep, thank you so much. I see that. Thank you so much, Fräulein Elsa. Now,
welcome.
So, and then finally, to round out the year, New Year's Shaken Eve, with Chase Treasure, Lady Prudence, the court composer, Andrew McKee, the Irish poet, the Langers Ball, Drunken Disorderly, Shirley Buttons, and Patagonzo as himself. This New Year's Eve, get your tickets on Eventbrite or through my Facebook page or through my website, ShakespeareApproves.com. Speaking of ShakespeareApproves.com, you can also go to Shakespeare Approves store. Yes, go to ShakespeareApproves.com/shop, SHOPPE, and buy some merchandise. You can get the album, Are You There, God? It's Me, Shakespeare, the comic book, Julius Caesar, Beware the Irons of March of the Penguins. You can get Alt Damp Spot Removers, like right there, or Fluffy Kitten Love Grenades, like right here. Don't forget to also go to renpops.com and get your Renpop Shakespeare. But that is all the merchandising from me. Friends, if you enjoy the show half as much as I enjoy doing it, half as much as Lady Elsa, Fräulein Elsa enjoys doing it, then we enjoy it twice as much as you do, and that's called math. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, I will come sing carols masked up in your front drive, but only if you live within 20 minutes of my house.
I would do the exact same thing. I enjoy singing Christmas carols.
Throw it into my hat. And by hat, I mean buy me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare, ko-fi.com/Shakespeare, or consider becoming a Patreon of the art at patreon.com/Shakespeare. The tiers go from $3 to $30. All the tiers right now get the exact same rewards because money is tight for a lot of us, and I want everyone to get the same amount of silly, because we surely use that right now. And thank you. But in lieu of sending me a cup of coffee today, and I like money, please support your friendly neighborhood Fraulein by sending her some love. Go to paypal.me/EleanorActress and show your Fraulein some love for 6 weeks of fun right here, and an upcoming riff tracks and or podcast that we didn't even know we were doing until this show today happened. Thank all of you.
We might have to put the West Wing Weekly on hold for the time
West Wing
being.
Weekly?
Yes.
I don't know. West Wing Weekly, I think is great, because then we can interview people again. We can listen to episodes of the West Wing Weekly and then critique them.
So we'll be doing both in conjunction with each other. We're just going to be doing all the things.
It's just like, hey, Josh Molina, come on our Hallmark show, where we're also going to talk about the West Wing Weekly.
I wonder if there's ever been a West Wing actor on a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yes, Martin Sheen.
Which movie did he do?
I don't know, but I know he did one. Because I know
that will definitely have to be in our Grinch Tracks.
I also feel like Richard Schiff would do it, because Richard Schiff just keeps working like all the time.
He most definitely does.
Also, my thoughts and prayers go out to Richard Schiff, recovering from COVID right now. And yep. Oh yeah, he's recovering. He's doing okay. Yes, that's a little bit of older news. And friends, please wear your masks and stay safe and healthy. And
wash your hands, please.
Wash your hands. Keep wearing masks. As soon as you get a chance to get inoculated, please do so. And thank you for spending time. This is the second to last Shakespeare's Coffee Break for 2020. I'm taking time off from streaming next week. I'll actually be working. I'll be working on the New Year's show next week and the week after. So I don't go on full vacation until Saturday, January 2nd. Next week and the week after are going to be mostly vacations. I'm going to be working no more than 3 hours a day. That's what I'm doing.
That's as much as an artist gets as a vacation.
Honestly, because you got to be continually promoting yourself. I'm trying to write all the posts now and everything. But
well, and here, Shakespeare, you work harder than anyone I know. Seriously.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel that's not true. Or if it is, I really need to start working a bit smarter. But thank you so much, friends. This show has gone long today, partly just because I keep talking about all the upcoming stuff. And
partly because we just enjoy each other's company and your company as well.
But thank you so very much for spending your time with us. The greatest gift we can give each other is time. And you have certainly honored us with yours. So.
And an ornament made by Hobby Lobby. sponsor us.
Yes,
we'll take your
we'll
money.
take your money, and we'll stop talking smack about you too. All right. It's like, you want me to stop talking smack about you? It's like, is that how you become a sponsor? Shakespeare talks smack about you, and then you give him money.
Hey, whatever works. Smacked in Connecticut.
There we go. So, friends, I love you. You love me. This mutual glorious affection. Happy holidays. Bye-bye now.